Ryan sod cutters have been around forever. In fact, if you go to really most any shop in America, they have a Ryan sod cutter, and a lot of times they're 40, 50 years old, believe it or not. And their new units are just as good as their old units, so they're a great brand. Take tremendous pride in their ability to have durability. The new ones, they have that same orbital action for cutting, but they put a damper system in there, and now it's just unbelievable to run them. So you don't get that arm fatigue that you had before. And cutting sod, believe it or not, seems about as straightforward, but there's an art to it. If in fact, like what Tim's gonna do here, where he's gonna pick it up and then he wants to put it down, you gotta be really good. When you lay sod, you wanna be able to keep as straight a line as possible, because when you lay the next piece next to it, you wanna have it butt up real close. So if you can do that with the sod cutter, it makes the next step way better. But the easy steer keeps you, straight. The easy steer and the anti-vibration together make that a way better operation in regards. Used to be you'd have to have a beefy guy on that thing that could overcompensate for those fallacies, but now you can put a little guy on there and he can have that precise cut that you're looking for. If you think about it, like what Tim's doing is he's going to pick up his sod here, and then he's going to rebuild the green, and he's going to lay it back down. So you want the least amount of kerf, which is that where you put the blade the next time. If you leave 1 inch wide on each pass and you do 1,000 square feet, you're going to probably end up buying 100 square feet of sod. And guess what? It's not going to match. So you have to have that interface between the one piece and the next piece as close as possible. And the secret to that is cutting a straight edge. Ryan will cut sod with a bad blade because it's just that strong a machine. But that's one of the things that you have to be cognizant. You need a really sharp blade, and then it'll cut your sod way better, and it won't tear as much on the edges. Then the other thing is, like at the ends, if you're gonna save that sod that you're making your turns, put a piece of plywood down. Even with the easy steer, you're still gonna scuff, and then that way you waste no sod. And then the bottom line is, when you cut your edges, make sure they're cut real crisp. Because the whole deal is that practice, if you don't have really good sod cutting, sod laying becomes a nightmare.